This tip will save you a lot of time. I had a pretty interesting discovery recently. So if you are using a multi-port charger like the Anker 120 watts, 3 ports, or the 65 watts, 3 ports, or 100 watts, 4 ports, doesn't matter. Tested across all mainstream chargers. If you have an idle USB Type-C to Lightning cable, you should disconnect it to get the maximum allowed speed. Let me show you. So right now it is charging the Baseus power bank at maximum 100 watts, almost, because it's full. Or if you're charging your laptop, if I connect a USB Type-C to Lightning cable, the reset will happen. That is expected, but it really limits that USB Type-C first one, the first port output to around 65 watts. Even though this cable is idled, I'm not connecting any iPhone to this port, it will still impact the overall performance of the USB Type-C 1 port. And this happens to many other chargers as well. So I suspect the USB Type-C to Lightning cable has a special chip built into the cable. So the Apple will somehow or let these confuse these multi-port chargers to output as if their own load, right? So if you have a friend, or if you're an iPhone user, or if you're using USB Type-C, you should really disconnect it. See, this 100 watts USB-C multi-port charger from Baseus will also be impacted by this cable. And it does not apply to the USB Type-A nor the USB Type-C to USB-C. See, the power distribution happens as expected, but it will limit the charging speed to 65 watts. So by understanding this point, you should be able to charge your devices much faster by removing this cable. Just want to quickly show you the USB Type-C to Type-C is not affecting the power output, although and I think it will not trigger the power redistribution. I think it will also get the maximum allowed 100 watts. The USB Type-A, any idle cable will not affect it, the power output. Oops. So anyway, if you noticed any power drop or slowed charging process on a multi-port charger, the first thing you should check is these idled USB-C to Lightning cable. I'm not sure if this one will affect it. If it does, then it means this Apple USB-C cable also does that sort of stuff. Looks like it is unaffected. With all these cables connected, it is still doing more than 90 watts. So that is very good. But again, but there's no port for me to plug in the USB-C anymore. So yeah, keep that in mind. Hopefully this helps if you use the multi-port chargers and if you're an iPhone user. So yeah, I've tested across all of my multi-port chargers. They all behave like this. So I really blame this cable from Apple.